What is going on, guys? My name is Robert. Today we are going to be putting a radiator in a NA Mazda Miata. This is a 1.8 liter Miata. Before I get started, if you guys haven't seen me before, I am in a lot of the older videos. Me and Kellen kind of moved away from each other, but we're still kind of in it together, so we're still making videos together. I've just been kind of lacking on making videos. I'm going to be putting in a aftermarket aluminum radiator. If you're replacing the radiator with a stock radiator, this is the same exact process. Anyway, let's get started. So this is the radiator that I'm going to be putting in today. I'm not really sure what brand it is or anything. It was given to me from a friend. It's a little dirty, so I'm going to clean it up real quick. For this install, these are literally all the things you're gonna need. Pretty much the basic stuff you're gonna need. Of course, it's always helpful to have more tools, but all you're gonna need is a ratchet, some sort of extension. The top bolts on the radiator are a little hard to get to. You're gonna need a 10 mil socket and a 12 mil socket, a flathead screwdriver and a Phillips head screwdriver to get. This is everything you're gonna need. Of course, you're gonna need like maybe a funnel. And then your antifreeze or your coolant, but that's pretty much it. So I got the Miata off the ground. I got it on jack stands. So pretty much now all we really need to do is just drain the coolant out and then start taking everything apart. Normally when you're taking the fluid out, you would take it out from this bolt right here, but since when I did the job, I was missing the little drain plug for it, so I'm actually going to be taking it out of this hose right here. Obviously, to get the fluid out, I'm gonna take this off just so there's air pulling through the top, so it drains out a little easier. We just need to get this bolt off right here for the hose clamp, and then this thing should come right off. So I got the hose off here. Now, like I said, obviously you would want to usually do it from the drain plug, but I don't have a drain plug, so we're doing it like this. Okay, so next thing we gotta do is just take the bolts off of the sides on the top, and these are just brackets right here that hold it on. And then after that, it should just slide out once we disconnect the fans from the plugs. And yeah. All right, just get these guys off here on either side, and they're very accessible too. So yeah, once I get these off, I'll show you what's up next. I got those bolts off, and now you can see everything's kind of a little looser. So all the things we're gonna really have to take is this overflow hose right here, which just pulls right off. And then there's this hose clamp right here. And then we're gonna have to unplug the fans from the harness. I would recommend taking this guy off. All it is just a little clamp right here, and then a hose clamp right here with a screw. And that should be everything. You should be able to just yank this, or at least put it out of the way. Tools would be great, but that works. We can yank this guy off the intake, and then other than that, I should be able to get it at least out of the way. There goes my phone. Fucking sick. I'm gonna go with this. This looks great. Drop my phone down there. Fuck. I got the clips kind of pried off. All you gotta do is just take your flathead, if you're struggling with this clip, and just pry it right in between this bit right here and this top part. And then over here, it's a pretty simple clip. I really don't think you'd have any issues with that. So there's also 2 bolts on the bottom on either side. They're just at the ends. Really not that hard to find, really not hard to get to. So yeah, we're just gonna take these guys off. The other bolt is right here on the other side near the coolant hose, the big boy on the bottom. Now all we gotta do is just pull the radiator from the top. It should just hopefully come right out. Probably gonna get stuck on shit. Of course, why would you not? So what I'm realizing is that you actually do need to take those two top bolt brackets off. And I don't know if you can really see it quite, but yeah, you can't really see the bolts, but they're like located right here. You should be able to find them. They're on the brackets that held in the radiator on the top. I got those bolts out, so now if you look right here, I can literally just yank on the whole thing with one hand. So let me prop this down right there and we'll get this joint out. Oh, this bracket literally just came out, so I guess that's cool. Take those brackets out. Get stuck on a hose here. I won't fuck my paint up, my wrap. Take this bracket out of here as well. Getting stuck on this thing. Oh shit. Getting stuck on this band. Alright, we are out. Here is the new radiator and there's the old one. So all we really need to do for this is just take these fans off. We're gonna swap these fans over to there. And all it is 10 mil bolts all the way around the four, and then we just gotta swap them over. I would orient, just so you don't like mess up anything. I have the radiators oriented the same way. Actually, no, I don't. The filler oriented the same way on top and bottom, and then I have the top neck and the bottom neck in the same places, just so I don't really mess up maybe getting the fans on the wrong way. I don't think it's really a worry, but just to make sure. I got all the fans swapped over. I had to do a little bit of jank shit here because the bolt was broken off in the hole previously. It wasn't me. Sue me for using zip ties. And then this bolt was also broken, so I JB welded it. So sue me, but it's gonna work and I don't really care that much. It's kind of funny and ironic because my old radiator is kind of more mint than this one, but this one should do a lot better for cooling anyway. So I also think that I don't need to use the old brackets. These seem to be the same. Oh, you guys can't see. I don't think I have to use the old brackets from this radiator. I think these are the brackets, so I think we literally just need to slide this thing in and hook everything up and then start filling it with coolant. You just got to get the radiator in here. I kind of already placed it, but yeah, we'll see how well this goes because it is kind of fat, so it might be a little hard to sneak in here. It's kind of stuck right now on this hose. Let's see if I can show you. It's kind of stuck on this hose right here, so I might have to take this off because it's not close at all. I took that hose out, so in theory this thing should just kind of slide right in. Having a little bit of clearance issues, but yeah, I'm having clearance issues on this side. This side is happy. I took a little bit of wrestling, but I was able to get it fitted or seated correctly. And for those of you that are worried about the fitment of the fans, the stock fans, it is so close, but it's not touching, so I'm gonna rock it. So all we gotta do now is there's these two top bolts up here, and then it should be all good. Got these bolts in on the sides here. So pretty much once you get the radiator installed, kind of the reverse process of what we just did, which is hook up all the connectors, the hoses obviously, and that should be pretty much it. Once we get everything back together, then we just gotta fill it with coolant. This is kind of a good meme. My front lip has like a huge hole in it. Literally the bucket I used would only fit through the hole in my front lip to get it under the car, so thank God that I'm slammed, right? We got the Miata back on the ground here. So all I really need to do is get fluid in this thing, so I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. Now I don't have like the proper filling mechanism, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some fluid in there for now and then turn the car on and just start filling it up so it cycles through properly and we don't get too many air bubbles. All we gotta do, I'm gonna start just pouring. I'm gonna start with water first, and I missed. I'm gonna start with water. I'm gonna put, this is just, I guess it's technically 4 cups of water. But I have like the 50-50 mix. You could save yourself some time, I guess, by using, that's not leaking there. Really suck, eh? Looks like, this shit looks fucking toxic. You like how I'm using this measuring thing, man? This was the best way I could think to measure it, honestly. Alright, so we got the some of the coolant in, and then now it's kind of getting dark. I'm running out of daylight, but I'm gonna start the car up. We're gonna let it run, and while it's running, I'm gonna be pouring in coolant and water until it's full, and then hopefully it should be mixed properly. Alrighty guys, so finished up the radiator, put the fluids in like I was showing you. All you need to do is just let it run while you're pouring the fluid in, and once you see fluid at the top, then it's done. Just a couple things to check for once you finish, get your radiator in. Make sure that your fans still work after you've plugged them in, obviously. When you're pouring fluids in, make sure you're not getting any drips at the bottom or anything like that. But honestly, radiators are a pretty simple job. So yeah, if you guys have any questions at all, put them down in the comments below. And that pretty much wraps it up. So I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.